People are here being selfish at the grocery store, pushing, fighting. For what? The world is not gonna end. Calm down. Yes, we have faith, but that does not mean we lose all forms of common sense. I'm not gonna lie. Sis was a little bit afraid. A little bit. Hey y'all, it's your girl Chi. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time since I did a talk, so let's get started. Today we're going to be talking about the season the world is in and the perspective that we need to have in order to come out changed. First off, I just want to give my condolences to families who have lost somebody. I pray that God gives you all the peace and strength. I pray that He provides for you in every single way. Yeah, this has been something no one has expected at all. I just want to focus on 3 points: letting go, our perspective in hard times, and the making of great things. So first, I'm gonna just start with what, like a week ago, we did not expect any of this. No one expected this in 2020. No one could even fathom at all. It seems like everyone has lost all control. It seems like everyone has lost control of what we thought we had control of. And I feel like this season is a time where our perspective has to be different in order to come out changed. Your perspective in this season will make or break you. It will either turn you into ash or gold. So I just want to point out that I'm not gonna lie. Sis was a little bit afraid, a little bit this week. I almost was crippled in fear this week. I was very anxious because what I had planned for the next 3 months for my business and just like life and jobs and things like that. Oh my gosh, it's just, whoa, it's a awakening for the world. Everybody was really woken up. And so yeah, I just had to sit down and reflect and ask God. I had to sit down and I had to reflect and I had to ask God, what are we doing? What do you want from this season? What do you want from this season? What do you need from us as a world, as a nation, as an individual, as a generation from this season? God is trying to slow us down. And God may have not started this. He probably did not start this, but He's always going to work everything out for His good. What the enemy meant for evil, God will use for good, and He will use it for our purpose. I feel like this is a time for us to get in position, get back to what God had called us to do. We have no choice but to trust in God. We have no choice but to trust in God in this season. I feel like it woke us up because it shows that where our source is actually from. It's not from our job. It's not from our status. It's not from any of that. Our source is from God. I think He's trying to help us realize that in this season. I feel like He's trying to rebirth a lot of things in this season as well. So what you do during the season matters. You just have to remember that God is a God that goes from glory to glory. I feel like this is a great time just to sit, reflect, and have more silent time with God. He's calling us back to Him, to get people back to what He wanted them to do, what He intended for us to do, what He called us to do before we were even born. And so I think this is going to be a great shift, even though it's so hard. It's definitely a pruning season for sure for everybody. I don't know who this did not affect in some type of way. May that be through your job, maybe through your school, any plans that you had, just everybody. Listen to all the sermons and podcasts, and a lot of people that's right to be like saying, take advantage of this time. Take advantage of this time. Turn off the media. The media is over-exaggerating what is actually going on. And everybody is having is group thinking, if that makes sense. So everybody's doing what everybody else is doing. And it's just so much fear. People are here being selfish at the grocery store, pushing, fighting. For what? The world is not gonna end. Calm down. Like, calm down. It's just crazy. Like, nothing is stable at all. Nothing is stable but God. God is always the one that remains the same. So use this to your advantage. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. So use this season to your advantage. You let it get you down. you won't come out unchanged. All these things that you complain that you have not done, yes, I'm coming after you. All these things you've complained, you've been complaining about, oh, I haven't done this, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for this. I have time now. You have time now, so get up and do it. No excuse at all. There is no excuse at all. During whatever is happening in the world right now is when great things are made. These are when ideas, innovations, callings are being found and made. Take full advantage of it. If you want to start a channel, start a channel. If you want to start the business, start looking things up. Like, get on it. God is wanting us to sit down and do what he needs us to do in order for, he needs to get things through us. Sit down, pray with him, and he'll give you the answers of what to do. It's a, the whole world has slowed down, but use it to your advantage. Like, you can go from, you can shift your whole life in this season. No cap, I'm not kidding. Use it wisely, work diligently, spend time with your family, turn off social media. Yes, be aware of what's going on. Definitely do take precautions. Cut off social media or limit it to a certain extent because there's so much groupthink, especially since the news is always reporting something hour after hour, minute after minute. I remember I was watching this video on Instagram and it said, the news does not know how to report medical reports, so why are they doing it? What, to scare people? It's just like instilled fear. And God has called us to have faith. Like, in this season, build your faith, make it be your foundation. Yes, we're all human, but I feel Christ has given us peace that surpasses all understanding. He's given us wisdom, he's given us knowledge. So ask him for it. He's your God, he's a generous God. He loves you, that's what he wants you to have. And also, just a disclaimer, I guess there's like people who are also Christians as well, or people who follow God who are saying some interesting things on the media. Just because, yes, we have faith, but that does not mean we lose all forms of common sense. Like, God has given us wisdom and knowledge for a reason. To use it, you have to apply it. I feel like common sense is a form of faith. Because even though everybody may just be wilding out, the sense that God has given us to fulfill what he has for us. Yes, faith looks crazy, especially in seasons like this. People will be wondering why you're not wilding out. Because I have faith, I'm taking the precautions that I need to, and I'm not going to do groupthink. I'm not scared at all. No, this week I felt kind of selfish at the beginning because I'm like, dang, all my plans are ruined. Like, this is not what I expected at all, but we're here. And the only thing I can do during this season is go up. Even though it seems like the whole world is just buried, we're literally, God is shifting things, God is rebirthing things. This could still be your best year yet. Remember, I was listening to Sarah Jake Roberts and she said, this is a window, use it. In the Bible it says, in Proverbs 6:19, it says, we can make our plans, but the Lord determines our step. In Jeremiah 29:11, it says, for I know the plans for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. He's not destroying the world, no. It's definitely a rebirth. I feel like the enemy is trying to shift our perspective to feel like everything is ending. But the thing is, the enemy will move when he knows that big things are about to happen. He knows your future as well. He knows where this world is going to go. He knows that people are getting positioned, that the whole world will change, that God's plans that he had ordained for us will come into fruition. So I'm gonna tell y'all to move. move. God's plans will always prosper and his will is greater than your will. Don't worry. I know it's so hard, we're human. Just give it to him. It can be hard, we're human. Those emotions are inevitable. Do I know how to speak? Those emotions are inevitable, but if we give it to Christ, He'll just give us everything. He'll just give us calmness. He'll give us rest. He'll give us hope. The enemy wants to stir things up because he knows things are about to change. I could even feel it that this generation, especially my generation, yo, big things are about to happen, and we have to stay in position, and we have to keep the faith. And we have to stay in His Word and meditate on it day and night and instill it in us and make it a part of us. That if anything comes against us, that if anything is said against us, that we know what God has said and His Word remains the same. Whew. Yeah, dang. Thank y'all for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this helped you change your perspective. Whatever you've been dreaming of, whatever God has called you to be, you can be it, and this is the chance to do it. If you have any other things you'd like me to discuss about, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next. Deuces.